Yo, it's Elliot with Yo Elliot. You got strength questions, and I got your answer. Yo, Elliot. Well, today's first question comes from our buddy Sammy. He wants to know how he can go from eating a vegetarian diet to a meat-based diet so that he can gain more mass and strength. Check him out.
Can you please tell me how I can go from being a vegetarian to eating meat? That's been the hardest thing I can think of right now. And do I still have potential? Do I still have the ability to become the strongest version of myself? Because I feel like I've wasted my time since September. I love this lifestyle, but if I'm not seeing any gains, I mean, it seems pretty useless. So I want to know if there's light at the end of the tunnel, so please help me. Thanks again, Elliot.
Well, Sammy, thanks for asking such an important question, one that I'm asked quite often but haven't gotten a chance to answer. The very first thing I want to do is make an assumption that you being a vegetarian is a function of heritage. Your great grandparents at one point decided that a vegetarian diet was probably best for the people in that particular region for whatever reason. And I'm sure there was a lot of wisdom to that choice. Again, this is just an assumption that it is a cultural choice to be a vegetarian, and there's a lot of wisdom associated with that. So I don't want to place a moral judgment on the fact that you don't eat meat, and I don't want to tell you what is right or wrong because I don't want to challenge your ancestry. You know, like I said, I respect and appreciate the wisdom of those people. Or, I mean, maybe your mom was a hippie in the 60s and decided to start eating grass instead of meat, and that's how you became a vegetarian. Either way, the point is, you've decided at this point that you're giving it up, right? And my purpose here is to show you, or to give you some support in your transition from vegetarianism to carnivore. Now, to all you vegetarians that are watching this, and anybody with a firm opinion on either side, I'm not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm here to help our friend Sammy. Sammy, here's what you're gonna do. You've got to consider that your physiology is based off of DNA that has come from a format that has not been accustomed to eating meat for several generations, right? So to jump right into going to Fat Burger for some meat is probably not your best bet. I wouldn't start with what are called high purine meats. High purine meats are meats that are like heavy. Red meat, liver, a lot of dark meats. Those are high pure, and they don't digest very well or very easily for people who are slow oxidizers. And again, my assumption is that you come from a region of the world and a culture where for generations they didn't eat meat, so you would have slow oxidation. The ability to digest is I don't want to say compromised, but is designed best for a meat-based diet, right? So you don't want to, or a vegetable, plant-based diet. So you don't want to jump right into porterhouses. What you want to do is take a look at the purine spectrum. If you Google the purine spectrum or purine chart, it's going to give you a list of foods that go from the far end of low purines, which are the foods that you've probably been eating, like grains and grass, right? Plants, all the way down to liver, okay? And you're gonna wanna start to slowly creep up that ladder. Start creeping down up that spectrum of purines. And you're gonna find that foods that are mid-range purines are going to be like fish, in particular white fishes, flaky fishes. You want to start adding fish oil to your diet. There's a lot of controversy and there's a lot of complication with regard to the seafood in our world these days because of the pollution in our oceans. So you need to pay a little bit of attention to that if you're going to be eating a lot of fish. Pay attention to where it's coming from. From what I understand, fish from the more northern hemispheres are less polluted than those in the around the equator. And this is just research that I've done. So, and there are also other foods that are mid-purine that I think white meat chicken that you're going to want to slowly start introducing into your diet. Now, again, like I said, I'm not here to say what's right or wrong with regard to vegetarianism. In fact, one of the best bodybuilders of all time, Bill Pearl, has been said to have followed a vegetarian diet for decades, and the guy's body looks awesome, right? But you've made your decision. What I'd like to do is commend you on your courage to make a decision this monumental. It may seem flippant, what's the big deal? And I don't think you're taking it that way. It seems, you know, that this is a big challenge for you. But I want to commend your courage for stepping out the bounds of what is traditionally accepted in your culture and the people that you love, appreciate, and have brought you into this world through multiple generations of wisdom, right? So for you to step outside the bounds of that takes a lot of courage, and it's going to be difficult, but it's a necessary step for human evolution. And I'm not saying that we're evolving by eating meat. I'm saying we're evolving by challenging traditions and norms, and you're doing that. So my hat goes off to you for being a mature individual who knows what he wants and is willing to break the norm. And I want to wish you the best of luck with adding foods slowly to your diet that have increasing levels of purines. That's it. Good luck. Talk to you next time.
Yo, Elliot,